Former Director, Legal and Public Affairs of the Christian Association of Nigeria, Samuel Kwamkur, has expressed concerns over the silence of the federal government towards the threat on President Muhammadu Buhari by the Boko Haram commander Abubakar Shekau. The threat was also issued to the Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, Isa Ibrahim Pantami. Kwamkur expressed his worry in an interview before the expiration of his tenure on Friday. He said, and I quote, "It is truly sad but not surprising that the Boko Haram commander Abubakar Shekau will release a video threatening to attack the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, and the Honorable Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, Isa Ibrahim Pantami." And still joining us live now in the studio to take a look at the Boko Haram attack in Adamawa is a security expert, Dickson Osajie, and also Bashir Babayola, who is the chairman, Nigerian Legion, Adamawa State. He will be speaking with us via phone shortly. Good morning, Osajie. It's good to have you here.
Thank you, Amaga. How are you doing today?
I'm good today. Again, we are here talking about security challenges and the issues that face us as a nation. Now, over the weekend, we heard about the attacks. Okay. And you listened to the news and you heard the president saying that in the coming weeks, he's assuring Nigerians that we're going to see a defeat of this Boko Haram in entirety, as he claims. Do you think this is an over-ambitious statement to make?
Well, he gave us that statement sometimes in 2015 when he came into power. He said in the next 3 months he's going to decimate Boko Haram. And we did actually saw what the government did. Before then, Boko Haram were holding about 17 territories. And I think as of now, I don't think they are holding up to 1 or 2 territories, except those territories in the northeast, which the military are unable to advance to pierce through the enemy. On the attack on the Garkida community, it's a really worrisome situation, and Nigerian lives matters. Until we begin to place values on human lives, we'll continue to see the spate of insecurity. Boko Haram have a systematic way of operation. They have their own political strategies, and they have their own tactical operational strategies. Now, in their own political strategy, they are population-centric in their own political strategy, in the sense that they want to instill fear on the populace, they want to subvert the citizens, and they also want to coerce the citizens to believe their campaign. So what is happening now is a clear form of intimidation, because one of the process in which terrorists get at government is to intimidate. I keep saying it every time that until government begins to see themselves as the primary victim of terrorist attacks. In counterinsurgency, people who are attacked by criminal elements of Boko Haram or insurgents are not the primary victims. They are just the direct victims. But the real victim here is the government, because those insurgents that carry out the Garkida attack, they don't have any business with those community. The community never offended them. They just try to pass a message to the government. So until the government begins to see themselves as a victim of terrorist attack, they will not put in strategies in place to curtail these guys, because it takes a level of advance to get into a community. Garkida shares a boundary with Sambisa Forest, and a system whereby some criminal element will take an advancing process. When we talk about advance, it's just for you to move from a period of from one area to another, and it takes time. It's also going to consume energy. And my worries is that since the inception of this Boko Haram menace in the past 10 years, our government have not seen that war as a necessary war. They're still addressing it as a discretionary war. Until we see that war as a necessary war, we will not put in architectures and security applications in place.
All right. Thank you. Not to cut you short, I just want to, again, take you back to what you said in relation to the attack, and you say it's a statement that they are making, the terrorist group, of course, to authority. Now, let's connect it to what just happened recently when Abubakar Shekau threatened the president and also the Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, Pantami. Now, are we under some sort of siege? Because if Abubakar Shekau, whom of course we know, he's been rumored dead so many times. Obviously, if he's doing this, it means he's alive somewhere, somehow. If he would be able to threaten the president of the nation, are we under siege, really?
I'm not surprised receiving hearing such a threat statement from Abubakar Shekau. The president is a citizen of this country. You and I are citizens also. A lot of people have died in action, so I don't see a big deal for the terrorist guy to threaten the president. Nigerian lives has been threatened. Nigerian life has been maimed, destroyed by this criminal element. Now they are taking it to the elites, and you know, sometimes people used to say that if an incident affects the non-elites, you know, government don't seem to take it serious. Until it affects the elites, that's when government takes it serious. Well, you know, when terrorists threatens any actions, you don't take that threat, you know, lightly. Yeah, because they don't give empty threats. When they threaten, they carry out their threat because they want to maintain their political strategies. You understand? So the president himself has received this threat. What I expected the president to do now is to ensure a full-blown military action on these guys, and the other agencies that are not doing so well in this fight is the police. The military have done so well for this country. The army, the navy have done so well. The air force have done so well. It's just that the war against the terrorists was not well planned. Because when it started earlier on, they were so quick to project the military. The military is our last hope of defense. You know, when you're playing card or maybe you are having a game, you don't bring in your best card, you know. You need to reserve it. But in this fight against Boko Haram, the military thought, the government thought they were going to eliminate these guys, and they projected the military. Because in countering insurgency, you need to take over the territory, hold the territory, and rebuild. Like in Karikida now.
I'll ask you to hold your thoughts for a second as you're talking about Karikida. I understand that our next guest is live now. He is there at Adamawa. Good morning. Can you hear me? Bashir.
I'm hearing you.
All right. Thank you for joining us. Please bring us up to speed with the situation in Adamawa as it is now.
Well, in fact, the situation in Adamawa concerning the insecurity, in fact, is not something to write home about it. In fact, this issue of insurgencies, people wonder how this thing has been, you know, carried out successfully by the insurgency. Sometimes you will see that when our security men are around, you know, nothing will happen. Immediately, they either move somewhere or maybe they are trying to check another place. These people will strike immediately. And they will successfully, you know, carry out their operation before, you know, information get to our security men. And by then, they have already caused havoc in that place. I don't know what actually is happening. Is it the information intelligence gathering that people like? Because it will happen within a short period and they will succeed in their operation before our people come to understand that, yes, something is happening in social place. This is the problem that people wonder what actually is happening with this security in our place. All this is happening is that our security men will be around that area. Immediately within 10 or 15 minutes that they left that place, this thing will come up. You know, people wonder whether our people are not getting the, you know, the intelligent information gathering in time, or I don't know what is happening really with this information gathering. So people wonder whether it's political something. Nobody can even tell what really is happening in our state. You know, it happens around January, then recently, last week again, it happens. So really people wonder how this is happening currently without even the knowledge of our security men in the place. The community in that place, it seems to be these people, I don't know whether they are aware of all what is happening. And they don't want to cooperate with the security. I cannot even tell what is happening. This is something that actually people wonder how this is happening.
That over time you've seen this kind of almost, let's say, coordinated and calculated attacks, but there are no enough response. Is that what it means?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. You see, they will coordinate and then make sure that they succeed before our people, security may come to got to understand that actually there's insecurity in social place. And by then they have already caused that havoc and run away.
All right, having said that, what have you been able to do as a community if you're not getting the intervention that we should get from appropriate quarters, so to speak?
You see, really the problem we're having here is that communication problem. You know, you don't know whom to communicate to, because actually some areas you hardly get in contact with the security men that this is why it's happening in so place. So I think this is one of the problem. Most people we sometimes that most people, as I'm talking to you, I'm a retired military personnel. We have I'm the chairman of the Nigerian Legion Adamawa State chapter anyway, and we have all are men in the all areas, this area council. But hardly you can get to communicate with authority that you will be telling them this is why it's happening. And we are not carried along. So actually this is why the problem lies.
All right. We have also seen the president has come out to say, condole with the people, your own people particularly, over the attack. But the question is this enough? What are those practical issues that you would think will be the solutions to this issue on ground?
You see, really, yes, it's normal. The president actually condole with the people, and it's normal. That's how it's supposed to be. What is happening is that actually we have to, look at it and then really go back to God. Let's pray to God, because really what is happening now is something that you cannot predict that this is what is happening. I could remember, 70s ago when one of our senior officers went on diplomatic course in UK. When he came back, he was interviewed at the airport. What came to his mind was that Nigeria is sick. I think that what could have been now, not that time, because really seems to be this country is sick. So something has to be, to be done, because really the country is not all that well now. So I don't know how I can even put it, because really everywhere everybody knows, on his marks, waiting to move. So really I cannot even tell what is happening.
All right, hold your thoughts there. I'm still with an expert in the studio, Osajie. You can hear the frustration from him there as a resident. What are we not doing? When he talks about communication and synergy, what are we not getting right even?
Yeah, what we're not getting right is proactive measures. Security is in two forms, and the form of security we practice in Nigeria is that we go after the loss. Security is defeated when you go after the loss. Going after the loss is after the occurrence of an incident. Going after the loss is after the killings of Nigerians, burning of properties, houses. So what we need to do, we have to be proactive or proactive in this area. How are we going to be proactive? We need to set up an institutions, because it baffles me that with this high speed of insecurity now, we don't have crisis management centers, because I expected our government to have activated crisis management centers within those given states in the Northeast. Now, activating crisis management center, you bring in all the security agency in place, synergize them together as a unified command control centers, so that that base will be where citizens can call on and say, hey, there's an attack going on, or there's a crime in progress, or there's an attack in progress. Because it baffles me when a criminal will come, strike, succeed, and go back. He made a very valid point that he's amazed that sometimes when these guys comes, before they come, the security agency will leave the vicinity, and after the occurrence of the incident, they will not come back. Now, why is this happening? I want to believe that, yes, maybe perhaps the security guys must have gotten a tip off that these guys are coming, and they also assess their own strength, looking at their strength, and they understand that these guys that are coming in numbers, large numbers, and they will not want to die in action. So that is where fear comes to play, because the insurgents have succeeded in instilling fears on our security agencies. The battle term in any given war is fear. When you are scared of your enemy will succeed any day, anytime, and anywhere. So the Boko Haram, they've been provocative, they've been intimidating, protracting, and also they've exhausted our security agencies. So what the government needs to do now is to revamp the security architecture, because it's not working. It's not working. Nigerians are dying every day. The last time I was here, I told you the number we are in the Global Terrorism Index. That's right. Are you with me? Now, if we need to get things right and begin to write our names in the platter of success among giving nations, we need to also look into conflict entrepreneurs. Who are these guys sponsoring this conflict? We have people using our own money to sponsor this conflict and kill Nigerians in our own territory. We need to look at that as well, because in the past few 3, 4, 5 years or so, I've not seen any effective results arresting those conflict entrepreneurs who are in charge of these people. Then also deception also is going to be a very good one. The military should learn to be deceptive, like what the president says in the nearest time, that they are going to dissipate the Boko Haram. Sometimes when you want to carry out military actions, you need to talk less and do more. You understand what I'm saying? And last week or 2 weeks ago, I saw them displaying some 5 Tucanos that they just bought and everything. Those are threats to our national security. Are you with me? Because they need to...
Sorry, in the interest of time, I know that he's still on phone. So I want to say thank you very much, Bashir.
Thank you.
And please do be safe. Thanks for your time this morning and have a great day ahead.
Thank you.
All right. Also, stay with me in the studio. Yes, before I cut you off, I just wanted to let him go so you can just wrap up your thoughts.
Okay, yeah. So now what we need to do as a nation now, the international community, they are not seeing us in a good light. And Nigeria is derailing every day by day. We are going into the state of a fragile state now, because it is now Nigeria is now in a fragile state. And I checked the fragile state index, and I'm not happy with the result there. So the government needs to put human life first and take away any other national interest. Human interest should come first. Then the Northeast should be well coordinated, and before you know it, the security problem there will be history.
All right. Thank you, Osajie.